I think we're live.
Yes.
Hello. Hey everyone, how are
Hi.
you? We'll just quickly shout out to people in the live chat. We've got Morton V, we've got AM Rifki, we've got Sarah O'Halloran, Fatma Guzel, we've got Aoife D. Hello. Miguel Angel, Angel. I
Angel.
can't say Angel. We've
Miguel
got
Angel.
Live Bailey, RJ, Alexander Pagels, we've got Jesse Kuiper, Olympic. We've got James Lewis and Casper as well. We've got ESC Sandra. So, hello, guys. We're back. We're not doing our normal thing. If any of you saw our post today, we're just here to catch up with people. I mean, really, there's a lot going on in the world that's much more important than Eurovision. We understand that people might be in isolation, or their cities or their countries might be on lockdown. And one thing that is really important to us is that people are still getting as much social contact as they can. And we're pretty helpless to help any of you. There's nothing that we can do. But what we wanted to do was to interact daily with you guys. So if you are in isolation, you get to talk about some fun stuff. You get to talk about what you might be worried about. You get to talk about being anxious or scared about what's going on in the world. And we want this to be a time where you can talk about what you want. It doesn't have to be Eurovision. So, guys, tell us how you're feeling. I'll be very honest. I feel quite anxious as well. I felt quite anxious this evening, but I've been talking to my family. I've been talking to these beautiful ladies here today. So, hey to Clara and Jess, how are you?
Hey.
How are
Well,
you doing?
I'm from Spain and I'm currently based in Estonia. And tomorrow they're shutting down the airspace, and I feel very stuck. And I'm not used to this feeling because my life is really fast, and if I work internationally, so I have art festivals in this country, I have art fairs in this other, or like I go see you, Andy, or like I go see my family in Spain, and I don't think there's ever been like more than 1 month that I've stayed in one place for that long. And it's not anxiety, it's more like a claustrophobia, but like in a country sense. So that got me in a little bit of a bad mood, and thinking that, oh my god, I have to stay in one place for this long, like my mind cannot wrap itself around it, and it's making me feel like a little bit anxious, and I'm not used to this feeling, so it's strange.
It is like being in one of those movies that we've all seen before.
Yeah.
You don't know what's happening. Everything seems a little quiet. I mean, I'm in the UK and we're not on lockdown, but people are starting to self-isolate. So, Jess, we're maybe not feeling it here as people are in countries like Spain, and there's loads more people. So we just quickly say hello. We've got Emond in the house. We've got Alexandru Badas. We've got Buzivan. We've got ESC Rosmich. We've got Francesco. We've got Jose Santos. We've got Jorge Garcia. Jenny ESC. We've got the Voice React. We've got Cal Kreiniger 76 in Germany. Hello to you. We've got Casper who's saying you are in isolation. I hope, is it your first day, Casper? Let us know how it's going. We've got Karen's. We have got Margaret. We've got the Sansa one. We've got Onslow. Alethea Viedzma. Hello. Wishing you a nice evening too. Casper's saying, so you're in Macedonia. It's your 5th day in high school. You don't want your prom to be delayed. When is your prom, Casper? Let us know. We've got a Charlotte Carson as well. Hello to you. Hope you're well. We've got Ariana who is in Canada. You're saying that your prime minister's in meetings about closing borders and stuff too. We've got Paolo as well. Hello to you.
Hi.
Paolo. Yeah, we do hope that everyone is safe. And Alethea just saying that her prayers with everyone. So, guys, let us know what you want to talk about. If you want to talk about what's going on in the world at the moment, then we're happy to talk about it. If you don't, we'll talk about we'll talk about something else. We've got Kassar as well in the house. Hello to you.
Hi.
You're saying you're in Malta, beautiful Malta.
Oh.
Rye Bailey's asking a question that many people won't have an answer to. Do we think Eurovision will be delayed? So obviously there's been lots of talk about this, girls, over the past, well, maybe a couple of weeks, but more recently, the past few days, everyone watching the situation in the Netherlands, especially, see how they're reacting to the COVID-19 virus. What are your thoughts? Let's go to you, Jess. Your thoughts on whether Eurovision will be delayed?
So I think that with everything going on with this virus, I think if it comes to it, I think delaying the contest would be like the best option, because cancelling the event, in my opinion, would not be feasible or viable, because so much money and time and effort has gone in to making this contest happen. So I think if the worst came to the worst, I could see the contest being delayed by a few weeks or a few months until this whole situation dies down. But I think if things start to improve, and fingers crossed they will, then I think we could be having the contest going ahead as normal on at the normal dates, if that makes sense.
I have the feeling we won't know until like the date is approaching, because it's literally 2 months. Like tomorrow, it will be 2 months before the Eurovision. So a lot of things can happen in 2 months. Maybe like they're not going to cancel or say anything until like 1 or 2 weeks before, and then the virus has gone down, and it's the I don't know how the lettering of the World Health Organization is in English, but maybe that organization says, okay, now it's safe to meet, and because it's Eurovision, it has so many people involved, so many artists, so many delegations, so many money put in it. They will have to do it last minute.
Yeah, I mean, we've got some comments on this issue in the live. So Eric Jansen is telling us that a decision is going to be made in 3 weeks. So we did actually hear that they were going to make a final decision. I think it was early or mid-April. And the mayor of Rotterdam, I believe, saying that it needs to be made before people start coming in and actually constructing the stage, which we know takes, I think, about three weeks or so to construct the stage and get the arena ready. Jesse as well confirming the mayor of Rotterdam said he wants a decision before April the 6th. Let's just say hello to ESC Mike.
Hi.
Yes, stay safe and you hope the situation will only be a bad dream. Kisses to you, ESC Mike. Thank you for dropping in. Some people saying that they can't cancel Eurovision or because it's like the Olympics, it's an event that you can't cancel. Some people saying that postponing it to the summer might be better, but then there's difficulties with arena and artists' schedules, etc. So there's loads and loads of things to consider, even when you're thinking about whether this event will go ahead in the way we would expect or the way that we were expecting it to. It's not just the situation in the Netherlands, but then it's the situation in each of the participating countries as well. If borders are closed, it might be difficult for artists to travel. So this idea that's being floated and spoken about, which is link ups, artists will perform in their own studios in their own country, and link ups might be a viable option. So something without an audience. And other people saying that Eurovision without an audience would be even worse. But I think we have to accept that whatever's going to happen this year in terms of Eurovision won't be what we've been waiting for all year, and that's no one's fault. It's about making the best of an awful situation. Judith Goosens wants to know what our preference would be: ESC to go through in a different way without an audience, or postponing the contest.
If the audience is postponed, then the press is postponed. So I think I'd rather have it postponed so everyone can have the full experience.
Yeah, I agree. I think it would just be, I mean, obviously we saw Denmark's national final without an audience, and that was kind of like a really weird like scenario that just didn't really work. And so to have something like Eurovision like that, it would just be totally strange. So I think if it was possible, postpone it so that like fans and press and all the artists can get the full experience.
I just Skyped with my mom before this video, and she was telling me that Operación Triunfo, I think it was today or yesterday, the presenter was broadcasting from his home, and that it was really weird experience.
Yeah, we even in the UK actually, it was announced I think last week that Ronan Keating from Boyzone, so he has a breakfast show, breakfast radio show in the UK, and he'd actually been presenting from home for a week, and people didn't even know because obviously the technology allows them to do that. And then about a week later, he came out and said, "I'm currently in self-isolation," because I think he travelled to a particular country. You know, technology is an amazing thing these days. Personally, I would prefer the event to be postponed, just because, you know, it's something that we as a team prepare for all year long. We look forward to it. We do these videos. We connect with you guys, and you know, we bring you interviews, and we would still love the opportunity to be able to do that. So we're hoping it will be maybe postponed. There's so many other factors: the arena availability, artist availability. So, you know, I don't think any of us can really say what would be for the best, because countries have chosen their songs, they've selected their artists. It would be awful for one of those artists then to lose out, because it's been postponed, and then you have to look at finding new artists, new songs, etc. So, you know, it will be a hard decision to make for the organisers, but you know, they have to have everyone's safety ultimately at the forefront of any decision they make, and we have to be able to accept that as well. So it might not be what we want. We have to always understand why a particular decision has been made. But in terms of the event being cancelled altogether, I don't see that happening. I would prefer some form of contest, even if it's not a contest that we can attend. So let's just say hello to I think this is Carito in Georgia. Hello to you. Thank you for joining us. Judith is saying delegations in their own local studios will result in differences between the standards that the studios will offer, and it will be an unfair comparison. So I really get that point. Actually, you have to think about what kind of performance Moldova might put on compared to say a country like Sweden. Yeah. Obviously, there might not be a lot of time to prepare for it. So I'm sure that if that is how it was going, you know, maybe there would have to be some rules around what each country was able to do to make it fair. Similarly, I guess with even in terms of a normal Eurovision, some countries have more money to put into their staging than others. So, you know, similarly, it can still be unbalanced, even if it was going ahead as usual. We want to know how you guys are all feeling as well. Are you feeling upbeat? Are you feeling? Are you in isolation? How is that all going for you? Like we said before, we're all in this together. We're all feeling. We're all feeling the situation that's going on. We're all feeling anxious. We feel scared. And it's okay to feel that way. It's totally normal. So I think that's just one of the messages that we want to get out to people, that if you are feeling anxious, worried, it's a totally normal way to feel. So, you know, don't hold back. We're here to talk. If there's anything that's worrying you, that's on your mind, or you want to talk about openly here, then please do talk about it. That's what we're here for. Monique is asking, are we in a lockdown at the moment?
I'm not.
My friends are, so they don't want to meet, so that makes me be in lockdown too. Which I totally understand, and it's personal choice. But I went for a walk today in Tallinn early in the morning, and it was quite empty, and it was very enjoyable, to be honest. But then, yeah, my friends are not meeting.
Well, I'm not officially in a lockdown. I'm not officially in isolation, but I am staying at home at the moment, just because I've actually got this week booked off work already. So I already had the week off. I was going to go and visit family, but I've chosen not to, because there are members of my family that fall into a higher risk category. So I don't want to have contact with them that isn't essential. So it's my choice at the moment to stay at home, and I will only go out if I need to. So I'm not officially in a lockdown at the moment in the UK. There's no lockdown. Lots of people are working from home in the UK, but that's because they've been advised by workplaces or they've been given that option. So there's no official advice with regards to working from home here. And we're not expecting a lockdown just yet. But I think, Jess, we are expecting from next weekend a ban on of large gatherings, which unfortunately then throws the London Eurovision party into doubt. But I don't think that's a surprise to any of us. I think we've seen some other parties that have been cancelled so far this year. So
I had my plane to London in 11 or 12 days, and for the pre-party, and they canceled my flight today. At least I got a full refund, so that was nice.
Yeah, so lots of people are waiting for official cancellation of their trip so that they can get money back. We have heard about some airlines and hotels and different companies that are still giving refunds on non-refundable tickets or bookings that people might have. So I think we'll probably find that rules around things like that will change slightly. Let's have a look. Carito, you're saying Georgia has only 33 cases so far. You wish everyone health. We also wish everyone lots of health and keep strong. At the end of the day, music unites us. We know where the situation is building to. Eurovision cannot be held when there are any health risks. So I think that's a really important statement to say. Everyone's health should be at the centre of any decision. And even if Eurovision was cancelled, girls, it would be back with a bang next year. It would be a shame. I do think it will go ahead in some way. Charlotte Carson, so you're saying you've got anxiety and you get worse mentally when you don't know what's going on, like now. You're sending yourself insane and isolating yourself because that's what you do automatically when your anxiety gets bad.
Oh, Charlotte, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, so we're sending you Eurovox hugs. I suffer from anxiety myself, Charlotte, so I know exactly how it can feel when you're getting really anxious, and I know how it feels in your head. I'm very open about it. Clara can tell you she came to stay with me a couple of months ago because I was in a very bad place in terms of my anxiety, but I've been recovering now for a few months. So the realism is that people that already suffer from anxiety and mental health conditions, this is going to be a hard time for people. That's why it's so important to try and not isolate yourself as much as you can. It's very, very easy for us to say that, but I know part of how you're feeling, Charlotte. So even just by watching this video and talking with us, you're taking yourself out of your self-isolation and you're keeping up that level of social contact.
But and that's Charlotte, do you have people you can reach out even if you're in isolation, like physically there?
Yeah, do let us know, Charlotte, if you do have other people that you can talk to. We've got Vessi19 saying your country's just declared state of emergency. You're really scared and worried.
Okay, one thing, guys, you need to understand is when a pandemic, if a virus is declared pandemic, it means it is very easily contagious, which is not the same as deadly. This is two different things. The virus is contagious, but the virus is not deadly if you're a healthy person.
Yeah, and I think that's a really important thing to remember. And all these kind of state of emergencies and lockdowns and border closures, they are to protect people and try and save as many lives as possible. We can't hide away from the fact that the fact that the virus will kill some people. It's all over the news. There'll be people in higher risk groups who will be more at risk than other people. So any decisions taken by your government or advice that they're giving, you need to be, to kind of be reassured that it's taken to try and help as many people as possible. And it'll be similar to decisions that are taken around Eurovision. They're not going to put anyone at risk. I think.
I say one more thing? And you have to take into consideration that they are just letting us know how many people died, but they are not letting us know how many people recovered. And you have to think about why. Because if you hear that how many people recovered, which is actually a lot of people recovering, you will be like, this quarantine is bullshit. I will just go out. And then it will just keep the virus going and going and going. So just because they're just letting us know, well, this is kind of a control mechanism. That's if you let us know that this is happening, there are these amount of people dying, then responsible people will stay at home. Irresponsible people, like I would want to say like, everyone's recovering, I can just go home or go out and like keep on partying. So they're playing it up to play with your responsibility feeling, so you stay at home.
Yeah. So also, I think one of the tips that I would say to people as well is because it is very important to look after your mental health during a time like this. So if you can try not to keep reading news feeds and news updates and don't keep the news on around the clock, maybe set yourself 3 times a day where you will check for updates, which is absolutely fine. But sometimes it can become easy to constantly involve yourself in all these news updates, people's posts on Facebook. Social media is a great way to interact with people. It can also be a way where lots of scaremongering circulates. People in conspiracy theories and their own views on things, and then things can become quite confused. So a tip in looking after your own mental health is only check for updates 2 or 3 times during and say to yourself when you wake up in the morning, I'm going to check the news at 9 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and 6 o'clock, and then keep it to that if you can.
I just saw. Sorry to interrupt again. I just saw Charlotte's comment. I'm certified. I'm certified in art therapy. So if you have trouble communicating your feelings because you are, as you said, you're mute selective, try to draw them or like get a sheet of paper. And if you're not good with like drawing realistically, just fill it with color. That is very therapeutic. And if you are feeling anxious, just press harder with the color and don't care if you're coloring out of the paper. Just keep on doing it because this is a very therapeutic movement for your brain.
A great tip. I think you say your name. I think it's Orla O'Rourke. So you were lucky to be able to attend your grand uncle's funeral. So really sorry to hear that news, but glad that you were able to attend just before Ireland and the public gatherings. Let's just switch quickly because someone want us to talk about Eurovision. So Jake Mason wants to know about what we think about Malta this year.
So I think Malta have a very, very good song this year. And obviously they have a fantastic singer who will 100% deliver this live. Like she will nail this live. And I have a sneaking suspicion that Destiny could be the jury winner this year.
Barrett, what do you think about Destiny's song, Malta?
I find it funny that they play with her name at the beginning on the talking part of the video. But I like it. I think she She definitely has the trajectory to nail it, because she's been there before, like in the junior version, and I like it. I think it's powerful. I think she's gonna qualify with no problem. So yeah.
Yeah, I have to say, I think any song that Destiny would be given would be made by Destiny, because she literally can make any song that she performs. She's such an amazing performer. She's a beautiful young lady, and she's got that insane voice as well.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, Malta would be a definite qualifier. Really like the song. Probably one of my favourites this year. Or I'm finding it so hard to rank songs this year because I like so many of them. Yeah, just really happy to see Destiny finally getting her chance at Eurovision. Hello as well, Vanya Ljubic. Vanya, I can't remember where you're from, so do let us know. Do let us know where you're from. Let's have Orla. Orla, you're saying that you're fine now, and you do have people that love you. Fantastic. Let me know as well if I've said your name right, because I find it difficult with some Irish names, because for an English person they're spelt in a way that I can't always pronounce. Hello to Moreno Motos
Borja. Hola.
Hello to you.
Hola. Guys, I'm seeing some art therapy related comments in the chat about drawing and things like that. So you feel free to contact me on Instagram. I will respond.
Vanya, you're from Serbia, so hello to you. What a great song you've got this year, guys. Kassar, yes, I did shave my head literally before we came live, so it probably looks
handsome.
It looks, I look a bit bald, really. Let's be honest about it. I look like I've got no hair. It grows back very quickly. So in a couple of days, I'll be looking back to normal. Margaret Rose Lawrence, you're in Poland.
Hi, Cześć. We love Poland, and we're going back for Junior Eurovision to Poland. That is amazing.
Yeah, so we did hear this a few weeks ago, didn't we? Poland is definitely going to host Junior Eurovision. So we're very, very excited to be going back there in November. We don't know what city yet, Jess.
No, but I think the front runner is Krakow.
Krakow is a beautiful city. I have been there before.
Have
you been there, Jess?
I have, and I can't wait to go back.
No, neither can I. It's always very exciting for us, because literally our holidays are always based around where the Eurovision contest will be held. So when we're lucky enough to go back to a city that we really, really love already. Unfortunately, we don't always have a lot of time for any other holidays apart from Eurovision. So I would be very happy to go back to Krakow. Not many people get your name first. Also, did I get it right, Orla? I hope I did. Euro Boy 4, hello to you. You're watching Reaction Videos from 2019 voting results. Angie and Jess were so anxious.
Whenever it comes to like semi-final qualifiers and final votings, I am literally just like a ball of nerves, and I cannot contain myself. I mean, I'm kind of quite glad when it's over, because it's like so tense, and but it's fun.
I never see Jess like that at any time apart from in Eurovision voting.
It's the only time that happens.
Let's have a look. We've got Tyrone. You don't get why this happened just when your country will host. That is a point that many people have been thinking of. The Netherlands have been waiting so long to host Eurovision. We were all looking forward to going there, and hopefully we will still be going there. Not sure whether that will be in May, but I'm sure that is going to be something that is taken into account in terms of if Netherlands don't get to properly host the contest. I'm sure in some way they will be given another chance to host, because what they've come up with so far, guys, looks so exciting. Like the stage, that stage looks amazing to me, right up my street. So it'd be a shame for it to go to waste.
I was thinking though, if hypothetically speaking, the contest this year was cancelled, would the Netherlands automatically host again next year, or would there be like a winner from this year that would host? How would they work that out?
I really don't think we will go with no sort of contest this year. So I think something will happen in some way. And I think whatever can be done, ensure that the Netherlands either host it now, or if they don't get to host it in the way they will, that there will be another opportunity to host. Not every country that wins as well could host next year. So even if, I mean, I don't know. I have many Icelandic friends that say if Iceland won Eurovision, they wouldn't be able to host it because they haven't got a venue or enough hotels, for instance. So, I'm pretty sure that whatever happens, the Netherlands will be given the opportunity to host a full contest. For me, that's a given. I can't see it any other way, really. But we will see. With ESC Rosmich, you're saying Vicky Gabor. Of course, she is from Krakow, so it would be her home, and it would be great to see her hosting Junior Eurovision as well.
Yeah.
Judith saying, the Dutch organising team have done so amazing. It'd be horrible for all of their plans to be wasted. I'm pretty sure they won't be wasted, whatever happens. I'm sure we will get to see their dream come to life. Paolo wants to know, what do we think about Russia?
Love it.
Love it.
I just want to point out that I don't know any Latin American Spanish speaker or any Spanish from Spain that says señorita. That's not how anybody says, but I understand that it's fun. But whether you guys are going to learn more Spanish with the song.
Hey, Alexandros as well, who, from what I can remember, is in Greece. So, Kalispera. Did I say that right? Kalispera.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
I think so, yes.
I think someone corrected me on one of our videos. I must have said it wrong. But yeah, hope you're all well in Greece as well.
How's the situation there? Because I haven't heard anything about Greece.
I think I don't know if ESC Mike is still in the live chat, but he's also in Greece as well. So I think from what I can remember, the thing is, you see news from so many countries, it's hard to remember. It's hard to remember what's going on everywhere, and because the situation is so fluid, you're getting news bites all throughout the day, and the situation is changing. So Euroboy Ford just saying 4 deaths in Greece so far. So much love to the families of anyone that has been affected by COVID-19 in Greece and all other countries around the world. Sarah O'Halloran wants to know thoughts on Stefania.
I really like the song. I love the music. It's very ethnical. I need to hear her sing the song live to get a full picture of what can she bring to the festival.
I have to say, I'm not really a big fan of Greece's song this year. I do love the kind of traditional Greek music in the song, but the rest of it's not really to my liking. But like Clara, it'll be interesting to see how this is delivered live.
Yeah, I mean, I can't watch the video for Supergirl without thinking how identical you look to Rory from the Gilmore Girls.
Yes!
So, any of you,
that is so true.
She's literally like her
seen the
twin.
Gilmore Girls.
You need to watch it. She's like her twin. But I really like it. For me, it's a fun song to listen to. I love I can't remember the name of the instrument, but the Greek bagpipes they have in there. Some people saying it could be a Junior Eurovision song, and I do kind of get that as well. Then sometimes there is a very thin line between Junior Eurovision and Adult Eurovision, because many songs performed in Junior Eurovision would be adult Eurovision songs, like Vicky Gabor, for instance, and Roxana Viegel. Yeah, Simon, you're saying you think it's like Junior Vision, Euroboy 4. You don't like your entry, Euroboy 4.
Aww.
You surprised me. Clara, you're better at reading Russian language.
Roman Smolensky.
Hello from Russia. We hope you're all safe and doing well in Russia. Yes, privyet.
How is the situation in Russia? Let us know. I'm very interested to know, like, the situation in every country. Apart, I know the Italian, I know the Spanish one, I know the Estonian, Latvian, and Lithuanian one, because we are all cousins, and the UK one because of you guys. But yeah, I'm very interested to know in what's going on in your countries.
Yeah, so if you are just joining us, guys, we're not making this live video about anything other than whatever you want to talk about. So we know that people are facing different situations around the world, some countries in lockdown, some people not able to leave their homes, and we just want to give people an option to have some social contact, especially if you are in isolation on your own or you haven't got anyone to talk to. So this is why we're going to be doing these videos every evening. It's not about Eurovision, it's not about us, it's about whatever you guys want to talk about, because we're all in this together, and I don't think we can say that message any louder. So if you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling worried, then talk about it to us, because sometimes getting your feelings out, even if it's typing on a keyboard, can bring you some peace of mind. We've also got someone from Kazakhstan. So we've got McLaren's in Kazakhstan. I wish I knew how to speak the Kazakhstani language. Hello to you. Roman, you're saying Little Big rocks in the Eurovision Song Contest. So we're all big fans.
I agree.
Of Little Big Song.
I was practicing this movement yesterday. But it will take me one margarita to get it.
I guess for all the people that are in isolation, whether it's because they have to or because they want to, it's a perfect chance to learn these Eurovision moves.
Yes. Or you can watch some Andy Reacts videos and learn some Andy dance moves.
Oh,
you know
even better.
Guys?
Actually, in Spain, the police is finding people that are going to the street without an obvious reason, so they can go home and like start dancing.
Kassar, so you're saying Malta's got 21 cases with all schools closed and all events cancelled. So just remember that's for everyone's safety. It might be hard to put up with isolation or not being able to go to events or socialize, but you just need to remember it's for the good of everyone. ESC Rosmich, you've had some deaths in Poland, so I'm very sorry for those people affected by those, and you currently have 123 cases. AM Rifki, you're in Indonesia. Schools and universities closed for 2 weeks starting from Monday. Ariana, in Canada, you're on extended spring break. That'll be 3 weeks, 3 weeks long now. Let's have a look. Alexandros, you're saying here in Greece you're indefinitely at home, but you hope soon it will limit COVID-19. So yeah, that's a really valid point. What's being done is to limit. In many countries, is to limit the spread of the virus. The virus will spread, will affect many people. But, they're just trying to contain it as much as they can. And you want to know our favourite participant till now, Alexandra. So, is that our favourite participant this year or ever?
No, it said that COVID was our favourite participant this year.
No, I think he might have been asking a separate question. Who's our favourite participant?
Your most favourite participant till now.
Okay, so my favourite
song.
Go for participant. Actually, out of all the performers that have been announced, who are you drawn to most?
So, I mean, I would say, well, I don't know. I mean, based on their voice, I would probably go with Malta. Based on looks, I would go for France. Yeah,
She's clever. She's clever.
I can't think of any more things to base off. But yeah.
I have to say that one person that I cannot wait to meet is Samantha Tina.
Yes.
Because I think she just seems like a bit of a wild child. You can have a lot of fun with her, and I think she's going to be really hilarious to meet. So she's probably one of my favourite participants. Also, Vasil from North Macedonia as well, because we've met him before in Tel Aviv, and he's a really, really genuine, nice and sincere person. Lara, how about you?
I'm very drawn to the Danish performers because I find them really charming, and I like their song. I think it's very radio friendly. I don't know. I don't think it will have the best placing. I'm also drawn to the Azeri girl, La Cleopatra.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and yes, I'm really looking forward to meet Little Big, but I think I'll probably get starstruck, or they will troll me if I interview them.
Jerry Channel. So I think you're in Hungary. So only 32 confirmed cases, but the biggest problem is no one's taking it seriously. Lots of people still on the streets. But I'm sure the government will be issuing advice in Hungary. I'm hearing that borders might be closing in Hungary very soon. And let's learn some Kazakhstani. So Salem means hi in Kazakh. So Salem, McLarens. Yoran, Jordan, you're saying in Belgium no one's on the streets. Javier P, hey to you. So you're saying 1,000 cases in the Netherlands, more than 10 deaths. So much love to anyone that's been really affected by COVID-19 in the Netherlands. I did see a comment from someone. I'm just trying to find it. Someone was asking us to do more of these live videos. So with all the kind of song selections being over, we would have been doing more Eurovision themed live videos over the next few weeks leading up to the pre-parties. That's normally what we would do, talking to you guys about specific Eurovision news. And we will continue to do that if there is anything significant to do with Eurovision comes out over the next few weeks. But we are going to be going live every evening at 9 p.m. Central European time, and that's to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Like we said, how you're feeling, if you've got anxiety, if you're worried about the situation in the world, because ultimately, what's going on now is probably more important than anything else. Everyone needs to look after themselves, and we can do nothing apart from do these live videos and connect with you guys, and we just want to make sure that everyone has a chance for some social interaction, because it's so important to try and keep that up. Not everyone has people that they're able to socially interact with. So, all we can say is if you've got family, talk to your family on the phone, FaceTime with them, Skype with them, your friends. If not, we're here 9 p.m. Central European time. So that's 8 p.m. Greenwich or British. Are we British? Someone to Greenwich Mean Time.
Brilliant.
Yeah, 8 p.m. in for the UK and Portugal and Ireland and Iceland as well, I think. And in all the other countries, I have no idea.
10 p.m. in the Baltics, so 10 p.m. in Eastern Europe.
Yeah, so if anyone's feeling lonely, then come and talk to us. Tell us how you're feeling. We will be very honest with you guys. I speak about how I'm feeling and things that I've gone through over the past few months. So anxiety is real and it's totally normal during a situation like this. Clara told us before that she's not someone that normally gets anxiety, but she's been feeling a bit anxious today with what's going on. So it is all totally normal. And well, Margaret Lawrence, this is a bit of a funny joke that we've seen today. Home 2020, Logan, wash your hands. But it's very important advice, actually. So wash your hands, everybody. So I think every government is giving that advice. When you go out, when you're in the house, keep washing your hands. It is the best way to keep I don't know what the word is, to keep clean, and also don't touch your face without washed hands as well. And also look out for any older neighbours or older people in the community that might not have people around them. So even helping them with groceries, or just checking that they're okay. Do
you know what I did yesterday? No, 2 days ago. My flat ran out of toilet paper, and I was distracted. And instead of toilet paper, I brought back kitchen paper. So now we have like these big thingies on the toilet.
Morton, hello to Morton V as well. Thank you so much for joining us. You're dealing with loads of uni cancellations, so yeah, I think anything that's non-essential will be cancelled. I think we can expect that. So for those of you that are worried, that's something you can start preparing for now. So you know, things will probably get a little worse. So in terms of things being cancelled, you may already be on lockdown. If you're not on lockdown, expect it maybe to come in the next few weeks. So if you are feeling a little anxious, you can prepare yourself for that and get used to the idea. So it hopefully won't be something that's dropped on you. You feel you can't cope with.
Sarah, why is toilet paper a hit? It's a comfort thing. It doesn't mean it's going to save you. It's just a comfort thing that they've all gone. Like some amount of people went to buy it, and then everyone started copying because it's like a coping mechanism. It's not. It doesn't mean it's going to save you. It's just like when you see someone doing something and you want to repeat it because in your mind they think this other person knows more. They don't. But like it's just a wave.
There's so many of you in the live chat as well, so it's difficult for us when we're talking live to catch up with all the comments. So if you have said something about how you're feeling and we've missed it, do please repeat your comment, and we will try and respond to as many people as we can. So if you are feeling a bit down, then make sure you keep re-commenting, so we'll hopefully pick up your comment. Stefan Scholtens, big virtual hug from Rotterdam. Well, we can't wait to be we can't wait to be in Rotterdam, should I say. Jake Mason, so Sanremo question. Do we think Andromeda should have made Eurovision for Italy?
I actually really like. Go ahead, Jess.
Well, I was just going to say no. I don't. I mean, it's a good song, but it wasn't the best song. So yeah, for that reason, I say no.
I really like Fai Rumore. I listen to it almost daily. I'm very happy with the choice.
Yeah, I think Fai Rumore is a beautiful, beautiful song. It's everything that I love about Italian music. However, I also love Andromeda by Elodie as well. So they're two totally different songs. With Diodato, you've got like classic Italian kind of rock ballad. With Elodie, you've got something very modern, very, very new. So I couldn't say that I would prefer one of them. I mean, I would be happy with either of them going to Eurovision. So I have to say that, you know, Italy chose Diodato, so and I do love that song. And also, I don't know if you girls have seen the video, or people in the live chat saw the video of people singing the song on their balconies.
Yes.
It really, really touched my heart, but also gave me positivity, you know, because Italy's been going through probably the worst time out of anyone, obviously, for a longer period than the measures that are coming in now. So, you know, our hearts are with Italy, and I think for the past few weeks as well, we've all been Italian, and it was really beautiful. It was a beautiful moment for me to see people singing that song on their balconies and making the best of what is a really, really horrible an uneasy situation. So yeah, so up to the Italians. Let me have a look. Yeah, Karen's as well. Italian singing on balconies made you smile. No one knows how to deal with this situation. No one's had to deal with it before. And I think that shows an amazing spirit in Italy. Just that one video I saw of people singing on the balcony.
It makes me recover faith in humanity.
Yeah.
Like, it's a sense of brother and sisterhood.
Yeah. Morton V saying, in the words of Victor Crone, when it all calms down, we will all be safe and sound. Yes.
Yeah. I think literally what you have to do is really calm down and try not to panic.
It's a valid it is a valid point that we will be safe and sound, because we need to remember that our governments are trying to keep us safe and sound. So we always must follow the advice that people are giving us. And A.M. Rifki as well saying storms don't last forever. Rye Bailey wants to know thoughts on the UK song.
I really like our song this year. It's very current, radio friendly, very catchy. Maybe not the best song in the contest, but compared to what we've sent in previous years, I think it's a big step in the right direction for us. And I think as long as we are working with BMG or something like that, we'll continue to do better. So I feel quite hopeful about us this year.
I agree completely with what you've said, Jess. Definitely.
Yeah, so it's I'm not embarrassed by what we're sending this year. It's not my favourite song in the contest. I love the verses of the song. It sounds modern, sounds like something you'd hear on the radio, which is fantastic. It hasn't got a wow factor for me, but I do really like the song. The only thing that I don't like so much is the breath. So that kind of ruins it a little bit for me. It's a good effort from the UK.
As I said yesterday on the Eurovox chat, it's a drinking game. You can fit a shot in between the rest of the chorus and breath.
Another ESC, yes, Forza Italia.
Ole, Forza.
White ESC Cześć from Poland. We can't wait to come and visit Poland later this year for Junior Eurovision. Oh, the Sansa won. What Eurovision song would we sing from our balconies?
Oh.
What would we not sing?
I mean, there are so many that my go-to karaoke song in Eurovision would always be Beauty Never Lies by Bojana Stamanov. So probably I would just choose that one and just belt out those high notes for the world to hear. Why not?
I would probably go for Ruslana Wild Dances or Sertab Erener Every Way That I Can. But I would probably in this situation go with Every Way That I Can. I'll try to make you love me. Yeah, that one. Yeah. I will just like hold to the bar and like go.
So I'm gonna let you choose me a Eurovision song that I would sing from my balcony.
Oh,
what about Ale Ola Ole?
Nice.
Oh, okay.
You could just be shouting Ale Ale Ale. Maybe
the English version of Eugen Bushpepa's song. Because you would give your all.
I would. I'm just trying to think what other song that I might sing. I'm trying to think what songs that we've sung together, like when we've been together.
Hungary, 2005. Not.
Oh, I'd have to be able to sing it in English.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of what song. Ooh. Oh, Eugen Bushpepper is my favourite Eurovision song of all time.
John Sweden.
Lundvik.
Yes, John Lundvik.
Oh yeah, I would.
If you need mamas, I'm right
was going to say John Legend. Wrong John.
I might sing that because that one makes me feel very happy as well. That song.
Me too.
Sorry, Stefan said "Love Shine a Light." I think that would be a very good song for this moment. Love shine a light in every corner of. I look like a weird asparagus when I do this.
Jess knows. You girls know what song I would play. It's not a Eurovision song. You know what song I would play off my balcony?
I have a feeling I know what song you'd play.
Is it the one that I played every morning?
Cha cha cha.
No.
So, for those of you that don't know, Andy is a huge, humongous fan of the song "Get Out of My Dreams" and
Get
into my
into my
car.
car.
2 weeks I had to suffer through that song every morning.
Where
Makes
was
you
I?
feel good. It makes you feel good. It's a feel-good song. It's on my happy
It
songs
is.
playlist. Guys, I think it's been so beautiful to have you all in the live chat tonight. And like I said, we're going to be coming back at the same time every evening. So we are going to wrap it up. You find when we do these live videos that our voices go dry very, very quickly. And we can't normally do longer than an hour, and we probably shouldn't. Yes, Billy Ocean, Stefan, that's it. But we will wrap it up. If any of you are having a really hard time, you can always send us a message, a direct message on Twitter or on Instagram. Otherwise, we will see you all. I'm not sure who will be here, but some of us will be here for our live video tomorrow, and it will be exactly the same. You can talk about whatever you want. And we would love to see you if you want to come back. If you don't, then that's totally cool as well. But yeah, Clara and Jess as well. So I'm blowing you those kisses, and we will see you all tomorrow. So good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.